A long start, and it's go! HN Racing gets a good start against Fly By Night, and he moves in, but now Josh 2 gets a glorious start. He's going to go on the inside, even more on the inside, and it's going 3 abreast. There's a crash in the beginning! Josh 2 and Fly By Night have hit. HN Racing gets clean out of the way, but there's a huge crash at the beginning of the race. Fly By Night and Josh 2 are far down the rest of the grid, but HN Racing now is in first position, followed by Sweet Crown 19. Speed Kills and the ever Alfa Romeo in third position. Unbelievable scenes on the first lap. HN Racing has been blessed to have 2 of the drivers hit. There was a bit of a squeeze moment there, and I think HN Racing might have squeezed as well as Fly By Night. It's just a big squeeze for Josh 2, but Josh 2 and Fly By Night have come off worse. Fly By Night is in last position in Schectifier, but now HN Racing gets a clean away go on Sweet Crown 19 and Speed Kills 3. But it's lap 3 of this race, which means DRS is activated, so definitely next DRS zone, we're going to see that DRS flap open up for him, and we're going to see a move being made. Fun Magic Mushroom going all over the track. He is having absolutely none of it right now, and he is now German 69, and look at that, going too wide. Fun Magic Mushroom gets back on the track, but he goes 2 inside, and he goes inside of German 69. They're going side by side. Fun Magic Mushroom comes onto the track very quickly to try to salvage his position, but it doesn't matter. German 69 is going to take the position. Fun Magic Mushroom all over the track. Anthony 82 now trying to get ahead of Fun Magic Mushroom. Let's ride on board German 69. And who is that? Speed Kills. Speed Kills has crashed. He spun off and he's gone. And who is that out of the race? You see me flying is out of the race. Crashed into the wall. Was that because of Speed Kills? I don't know what that was. But You See Me Flying is out of the race. He has crashed. Unbelievable scene. Speed Kills has been hit with a 3-second time penalty for an accident there. The first 3 opening laps of this have been absolutely extraordinary. German 69 is now in third position. Anthony 82 is going to have DRS. He's going to overtake Fun Magic Mushroom. This should be an easy overtake, but then again, it is Fun Magic Mushroom. He's almost the Max Verstappen of this league. But no, it's an easy overtake. Anthony 82 overtakes Fun Magic Mushroom, gets into 4th position. Josh 2 now overtakes Voodoo 52 and gets into 6th position. Already, after what had been a horrid start, has already got back up in the 6th position. Fly By Night has not been as lucky though, as he's sitting in 11th position, and he must be livid right now, still at the start of that race. You See Me Flying is out of the race. He has crashed. Unbelievable scenes already in this race, but now HN Racing leads this race. He's just about a second ahead of Sweet Crown 19, but Sweet Crown 19 is going to have DRS, and now riding up on the curb a little bit there, but now DRS going down this next main straight of DRS, and that is not going to help him. That DRS is mainly to keep you in check and keep you within the time of the car ahead in Sector 3, so that you can really start to make the move down the main straight. Sweet Crown 19 and HN Racing are your top 2 drivers at the moment in this race, and they're going to be looking to challenge and see if they can become the first driver to get multiple wins in WSR. HN Racing would love that accolade before he goes to testing for Formula 4, but Sweet Crown 19 is not going to have it happen as he gets the fastest lap of the race. It's the 122.278. DRS activated. Is he going to try to go on the inside? He is. He's going to look to go on the inside, but he doesn't. HN Racing keeps it together. But now going a little bit too on the curb, and that's going to cut down some straight line speed. But now, Sweet Crown 19 still sliding behind. Fly By Night gets ahead of Jay Ortiz in the Renault. Fly By Night now in 9th position, back in the point scoring position. Voodoo 52 sitting pretty in 7th position. He's going to be quite happy with that at the moment after qualifying lower down the grid. Josh 2 is in 6th position. Fun Magic Mushroom is in 5th. Anthony 82 now coming up onto the gearbox of German 69. If he has damage, which it doesn't look like he does, Anthony 82 just at the moment a lot faster. And look how much just faster he is than German 69. And he's on the hard compound tire, even more so. Interesting to say the least, but now he's going to get DRS activated. Is there going to be a move down on the inside? I don't believe there is going to be, and he's going to still slot behind him. But now Sweet Crown 19 is just so much closer on the rear diffuser of HN Racing. Now they're going to be coming down onto the main straight. DRS is going to be activated. There's just about 0.6 of a second separating the 2 drivers, And with DRS activated, you'd have to presume this should be an easy overtake for Sweet Crown 19. He's going to get into the slipstream with the Ferrari. The Ferrari, all he can do is sit there and watch as Sweet Crown 19 goes on the inside. And no, he doesn't go there. Fun Magic Mushroom gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. And they're still going side by side. But Sweet Crown 19 now goes on the track and he runs 2 into the track. And HN Racing still takes the lead of this race. So blessing for him. Fun Magic Mushroom is into the pits, and is he going to have front wing damage? I don't know if it is. He might have just decided to pit then. What's the tire going to be? I believe he's going to go onto the medium compound tire. Let's see what it is. And no, it's going to be the hard compound tire. Is he going to look to make a one-stop out of this race? I don't know if that's going to be the case. That might be really too hard to do. There's not a lot of grip on this Spain International Circuit, so we're just going to have to see. And Sweet Crown 19 getting ever so closer to that Ferrari. It's Ferrari versus Alfa Romeo. Would you expect to see that rivalry back again? It's almost the 1950s all over again, with Sweet Crown 19 looking to gain Alfa Romeo pride back as he almost goes on the inside of HM Racing, but decides just to slot back in and watch the action happen. But now, getting a better exit out of that turn, they're going to go side by side into the braking zone. Unbelievable scenes! Sweet Crown 19 still going side by side. He pushes HN Racing off the track. I think it was fair racing, though. HN Racing is in second position. Sweet Crown 19 has taken the lead of this race. This is brutal stuff. It's absolutely amazing stuff, though. HN Racing trying to go around the outside, but he goes onto the runoff area, and now just to settle down a little bit as the gap reforms a little bit as HN Racing goes for a move that really wasn't possible. And now going up to that small little chicane. Josh 2 is retired from the session. What was that? A yellow in sector 2. He's also crashed into the wall. Unbelievable scenes. That wall has been just dastardly for a lot of these drivers. Josh 2 is out of the race. He's crashed into the wall as well. Let's look at the front end of the car. And no, there's no front wing damage, so everything's still fine on that. Fly By Night has passed Voodoo 52. He's now in 7th position. Hunting now down Fun Magic Mushroom, but he is 13 seconds almost out of that position with Schectifier. So 12th position, the last position on the grid, but that is not a bad position to be in if you're looking to score some points in this race. Jay Ortiz now looking to overtake Schectifier, now going side by side in the turn 1, but it's going to be an easy move with the DRS and running a little bit on the grass though, but he gets early on the power and he gets the move done. Jay Ortiz in 11th position now, but he's 13 seconds behind Hertman K7 for that final point scoring position. My name is WSRX Noah Clark. Again, if you're joining us, Sweet Crown 19 leads this race. Fun Magic Mushroom finally gets ahead of Carlos Sainz, and now the 2 Ferrari drivers are in 4th and 5th position, but far out of the race, just like they were in today's Hungarian Grand Prix. German 69 and the Racing Point is in 3rd position, 9 seconds behind Anthony 82 is in 2nd position, who is 4.4 seconds behind Sweet Crown 19, who is leading the race, looking for his first race win, his second race win, to be the first driver to get multiple race finishes. And now Speed Kills has retired from the session as he goes into the pits, I believe, and just decides to retire from the session. He was not happy with himself. It was a very messy race for Speed Kills. Nevertheless, though, Speed Kills has left the session. Just a complete quitting on the track. And that's definitely going to be looked on by the stewards as well. As Schectifier goes very slowly. What was that? He seemed to let by. Sweet Crown 19. So it must have been blue flags. Now Sweet Crown 19 coming up onto the back markers. I do apologize for that. Now trying to get into the top 2 and now back into the top 1. He's on the medium compound tire. Those tires are probably a little bit worn though, but again, it is a much faster tire compound than the hard compound tire on this track, which again must not have the kind of grip that you would expect it to have, considering the tire degradation and the tire wear and just the lack of grip around this racetrack. When it's called a motorcycle track, they're not kidding. This is a motorcycle racetrack, not really meant for the F1 cars, but nevertheless, they go around here. Our Hartman K7 has a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. That must be corner cutting. That's usually what the multiple warnings penalties are. Nevertheless, 3 seconds added to Hartman K7's finishing time. Sweet Crown 19, yep, in second position. But HN Racing is closing up more and more. Now 1.5 seconds behind and actually gaining a little bit of time. Sweet Crown 19 down the straight. Anthony 8291 keeping a decent gap of about 15 seconds over Sweet Crown 19. Fly by Night now trying to get, who was that? Fun Magic Mushroom has gone into the gravel trap, and just a horrid race for him. But Voodoo 52 is now going to be licking his chops as he is going to get ever so closer to Fun Magic Mushroom now, with him going off into the gravel trap. Fun Magic Mushroom is not going to catch up to HN Racing, that's for sure, with that mistake. And now the gap is only 10 seconds, so massive amounts of time being lost. Fun Magic Mushroom goes off the track again. He ghosts Josh 2, and look at that, going into the wall. And Voodoo 52 is in 5th position. There's damage on the front wing. Carlos Sainz goes ahead of the Ferrari of Fun Magic Mushroom. Amazing scenes here, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody is consistent around this track. This is... Now, he's just about a second under German 69, trying to get back into the podium position, but again, he's also going to have to build a gap up to gain that podium position at all because of the 3-second penalty. I do believe he has more than just 3 seconds though on his race time at the moment. HN Racing though closest, and now look, going too wide. German 69 runs up on the at the curb there a little bit, but now even more bad exits, and now DRS activate. He's going to try to go down on the inside, going to this very hard braking down, going on the inside, and I can't see any. It looks like he might have pushed. Did he push that driver down the rest of the grid? Let's see where German is, and he must still be behind him, and he is just behind him. Unbelievable scenes right there. HN Racing though getting into the podium positions, and who was that? Fun Magic Mushroom gets a he dangerously gets back onto the track and almost takes out the Racing Point driver. That was very scary stuff. Germa 69 would have been livid in the car had that had happened. That's interesting to say the least. And Fun Magic Mushroom has retired from the session. There's a yellow in Sector 2. Can we get who that was? Let's see if we can see who that was. And I can't quite see. I don't see any cars. Fun Magic Mushroom must have had an accident. He's out of the race though. And disappointment for the Ferrari driver, who must be livid in his car. What was looking to be a decent race weekend for him has turned into disaster. Disaster after disaster in this race for him. Very respectively, I think, want to still continue their battle, but get out of the way, and they do. That was really awesome stuff between those two drivers. But now, going wheel to wheel almost, as now Hartman K7 is going to have Voodoo 52 in his sights, and now trying to go around the outside, but Voodoo 52, and there's a switchback, and Hartman goes down on the inside and gets ahead of Voodoo 52. He's now sitting in 7th position, but now Voodoo 52 is trying to go around the outside. Anthony 82 though now is ahead of those two drivers. Clean air for the Red Bull driver in 2nd position, and now it's just 4.5 seconds, and it's just going down and down and down and down. This is not good news for Sweet Crown 19. The gap just keeps getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and this is the worst part, to be battling with AI drivers. You don't want to be doing this. But now Fly by Night, not only is he battling with Carlos Sainz, but he got a 3-second time penalty overhead with him. There's no DRS for Fly by Night, so he's going to have to give way for Carlos Sainz. Is Carlos Sainz going to make an easy move? And he is going to make an easy move on the inside and get in the 5th position ahead of Fly by Night, who sits in 6th position. Sweet Crown 19, however, in 1st position. Anthony 8291 is now the gap only 3.8 seconds. Riding up on the curb a little bit, Sweet Crown 19. You can't be doing that. You have to be precise. You have to nail all these corners as best as you can. It's the 2nd and 3rd sector that are hurting Sweet Crown 19 the most. If he can just get it perfect, he won't lose as much time as he is, but now the gap is just getting smaller and smaller and smaller. It's definitely the low speed corners that are really hurting Sweet Crown 19. Anthony 82 just has so much better grip, but he's just getting around these corners so much faster than Sweet Crown 19. The gap now only 3.5 seconds. We're getting into the closing laps of this race, ladies and gentlemen. Anthony 8291 has to be licking his chops as he almost smells victory, as the gap just keeps getting smaller and smaller and smaller. It's now just about 3 seconds getting in under 3 seconds, going into the 2.9 seconds. It's just getting so much smaller. It is Hungary all over again. Anthony 82 pulling a really nice move to pit and get on the medium compound tire, and now Sweet Crown 19 with his old hard compound tire is not going to be able to stay ahead of Anthony 82 if this continues. It's now just 2.7 seconds, that gap. He's keeping his ERS good though as well. He's keeping it balanced. He's making sure that he has the power down the straight, charging it up when he needs to. Now the gap is just 2.7 seconds, and again, it's all about this grip difference between the two drivers, and you can just see it if you look at the drivers, just how much slower Sweet Crown is going around corners versus Anthony 82. Look at just how much more speed he's taking into these corners just because of that increase in grip. Going down the straight again, overtake activated, definitely down the straight. It's 1.5 seconds, 1.4 seconds the gap. Now it's getting so very close. Schecterfire gets ahead of Hartman K7, and they're battling it out. Let's see if we can ride on board with one of them. And no, who's that? Schecterfire's off the track. Was there an incident between Hartman and Schecterfire? Nevertheless, it looks to be a little bit of damage, and is that Hartman has damage on his front wing. I have to assume there was contact between those drivers. The two Haas drivers were battling it out and touching possibly, just like they do in real life, unfortunately. HN Racing is pitted. He's probably going to go for the fastest lap of the race. HN Racing, though, going for that fastest lap. And now Sweet Crown 19 defending, trying to go around the outside. It is so close between these two drivers. A last lap move for Anthony 82, though, would promote him in the first position. He'd be the first driver to get 2 wins in WSR. Anthony 82.91 now on the gearbox of Sweet Crown 19. It's just half a second separating these two drivers, but Sweet Crown 19 is not going to have DRS, but this man, Anthony 82, will. Going down the main straight, it's going to be a sitting duck move. Now he's going to move onto the outside, going side by side in the turn 1. And they're going side by side, going off the track. Anthony 82.91 has not made the move in the last lap. He's not made the move on the straight. Is that going to be enough for Sweet Crown 19 to save the race? He almost pushed, I think Sweet Crown pushed Anthony 82 off the track, but I don't think that's going to matter too much. Nevertheless, they're still so very close. It's just one mistake, all it takes for Anthony 82 to make the move. He is so very close to Sweet Crown 19 to get that race win. Anthony 82, though, is looking to get his second race win, bearing any penalties. German 69, was there an issue there? As nevertheless, HN Racing gets ahead of him. He is on the soft compound tire. But Sweet Crown 19 still defending that position. It is so close. But DRS move was not made on the last DRS zone. Sweet Crown 19 might be able to hold this together. They're going around the final little chicane. A last-ditch effort. Anthony 82 is so very close, but I don't think it's going to matter. Sweet Crown 19 still ahead of him. DRS activated, and it's not going to matter. Sweet Crown 19 has won the Spanish Grand Prix. As we're going to get onto the podium and celebrate these great drivers. And there it is. The Alfa Romeo driver sits on there. The Ferrari and the Red Bull. Alfa Romeo on top once more. Sweet Crown 19, a 2-time race winner in WSR. As champagne flies, it was a fantastic race from start to finish, ladies and gentlemen. I am so very happy to have brought this race to you. And now, let's go over the final line score. Sweet Crown 19 definitively in first position with 69 points. HN Racing is in second position with 56 points. 50 points for German 69 in third. Anthony 82 is in fourth position with 43 points. 42 points for IACE 99, who couldn't be at the race today. Iconic Q also not be able at the race today with 41 points in the Williams in sixth. Official Soli has decided just to be doing stewarding for the rest of the season. He is going to be sitting in seventh position now with just 25 points. Fly By Night is going to be 21 points. He's going to be in 8th position. Used to be flying in 9th position with 16 points. Also 16 points. Voodoo 52. Hartman K7 finishes in with 10 points in 11th position at the moment. Carlos Sainz with 8 points in 12th position. Fun Magic Mushroom in 13 with 8 points. Josh 2 with a horrid race for him. He's going to be in 14th position with 6 points. Schecterfire with 6 points. Jay Ortiz must be so very happy. He finally has points in this league. With 4 points, he's going to be sitting in 16th position. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it was a fantastic race from start to finish. I'm so very happy to bring you this race. My name is WSRXer Noah Clark, and thank you very much for joining us for the Spanish Grand Prix. Thank you for joining us in the WSR, or Worldwide Sim Racing League. Thank you very much, and have a great night.